Baguettes. Where do they come from? What does it mean to the French people? Does it have a dark origin? In this video you will discover more things about baguettes that you ever expected. So let's begin, my friends. We will start from the very beginning. Much of the story of baguette is speculation, but I can tell you that French bakers started using roux, a highly refined Hungarian high milled flour, in the early 19th century to make the glorious baguettes. This was baked in a Viennese steam oven. It was introduced in 1867 by Augustin. The word baguette appears to define this stick-like bread, to regulate such bread. Outside France, a baguette is a symbol of the French culture. You think that too, right? Well, this is because they became really popular. Some say that Napoleon Bonaparte requested they be made into the skinny stick shape with specific measurements to be able to slide into the soldier's uniform. So some people argue that the bread became so popular as it was so easy to cut, to carry, as it fitted in your hand, and it was tasty too. Well, now let me tell you about the origins myths of this glorious piece of bread. I already told you about Napoleon's myth, but there are other people that credit baguettes as being an invention to stop French metro workers from having to carry knives that they use to cut their bread. The workers often fought, so the management did not want them to be carrying knives and requested for bread to be easily ripped apart, ending the need for knives. The skinny, easily rippable shape of a baguette would have been the response to this. Others believe baguettes were the bread of equality, following a decree post-French Revolution requiring a type of bread to be made accessible to both the rich and poor. Another account states that in October 1920 a law prevented bakers from working before 4 a.m., making it impossible to make traditional round loaves in time for customers' breakfasts. Switching from the round loaf to the previously less common, slender shape of the baguette solved the problem, because it could be prepared and baked much more quickly. Now, back into actuality, the baguette de tradition française is made from wheat flour, water, yeast, and common salt. It may contain up to 2% broad bean flour, up to 0.5% soy flour, and up to 0.3% wheat malt flour. But there's some complicated bread, as you can see. Oh, but guess what? There is more. The shape allows a maximum amount of dough to be exposed directly to heat during the baking process, which produces the thick crust. And more, there are strict guidelines for baking baguettes, like they must have a diameter of about 5-6 centimeters and its length being 55-65 centimeters. And you would not believe this, but the average Frenchman consumes about half a baguette per day compared to a whole baguette in 1970 and more than 3 in 1900. 3 is way too much, don't you think? And this crazy baguette-eating people aren't going to stop. There were laws up until 2014 prevented all bakers in Paris taking summer holidays at the same time. That's absolutely nuts. I know that you want to see French people eating baguettes and riding bikes with romantic music, so here I go.